Hey, what do you think's faster?
What's
This
faster?
this one or the other one?
I really think the yellow surface cleaner is the fastest one we own.
Think so?
Yeah,
What about the 24?
the yellow one beats the 24 in my opinion. Hey Billy, what's the best way to clean cedar shake? Got 12 people in the stream, 4 lights. So the best way to clean cedar shake.
Oxalic acid.
Here, let's go get above him.
Above them? We
Yeah.
might have a shadow, maybe.
No. GoBro 7. He says, hey, what's up, guys? Back at those pads. Hope all is well.
Yep, everything's going good. We're doing some demo pads tonight. This is a good way to get extra work is approach a business for cleaning their demo pads, whether it's a car dealership or a marine shop or what have you. Any of those demo pads, they need to be cleaned off, and it's really a big slope here because they always elevate it. They got to be cleaned, man, to stay looking good and keep it non-slip as well.
Gabriel 25 says, I have a 4 gallon per minute, brand new in the box because I can't get my first job.
Oh no, you need to start cleaning some dumpster pads.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Go make you a few $1,000s each weekend cleaning dumpster pads. We just had a guy. I guess it was about in September. I think he bought my little dumpster pad course in July, and he's kind of slow getting started, but he's now doing like 16 or 17 a week.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's making some serious money with it.
And TC's Power Blaster says, got a dirty cedar shake house to clean. Don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, you can really mess it up. I've always used a little bit of SH, kind of hit the hard spots. You can use a wood cleaning product over the counter like from Lowe's or Home Depot. Those work really good. It's basically a mild acid is what they clean it with. You got to neutralize it to an extent. I have to usually go overboard with it. And if you do have to put a little pressure on it, you have to do it with the grain of wood. What I mean by a little pressure is 300 or 400 psi. You don't want to fur that wood out. But at that point, once you wash it, the customer has to know that it's going to need to be resealed regardless. So, if it may look a little blotchy when you're done. I've done a few, especially if the sealer is inconsistent, like if it's wearing out. So make sure you check those, set those expectations with your customer. But any of those wood cleaning products, over-the-counter products like at Lowe's and Home Depot, keep you having to mix this stuff up. If you're not familiar with it, stuff's expensive, so you got to be really charging enough per square foot. There's a lot of guys that don't even touch cedar or any type of raw wood like that because it's a little bit difficult. But we've done a ton of it. It usually comes out pretty good.
And A-Line parking lot striping says, you ever throw any rocks and break windows, LOL?
Yeah, actually we did at a it was a office, one of those office stores. I forget which one it was. Surface cleaner. It might have been that surface cleaner because I've had that thing for about 13, 14 years. Threw a rock, blew a window out. I paid for it out of pocket, $300 or $500. I don't remember what it was. But man, the police showed up. The store manager got called because this was in the middle of the night. So it set the alarm up. It must have been six deep.
Man.
Yep, they all showed up, man. But that brings up a good point. Whenever you out pressure washing, guys, make sure, very important, to wear high visibility clothing, whether it's your uniform or what it is. If you working out here at night and you got a dark shirt with your company's name on it, law enforcement is not going to pay attention to reading that name. You really need to be wearing high visible clothing. Your vehicle needs to have some signage on it. And I can't tell you how many times, as soon as they see us, they let their guard down, obviously. They know we got business doing what we're doing. But if you're out there wearing a camo jacket and a camo hat and a black jacket or whatever, it's not a good idea, especially doing dumpster pads.
Yeah, you're going to look kind of shady. They don't know what you're out there for if you're not wearing work clothes.
Yep, absolutely. So be careful about that, especially working at night. And I never really work at night by myself anyways. I always, like Big Chris is out there surface cleaning. If he was by himself, how can he even watch what's going on around him? We got to go get some water. So it's always a good idea to wear that clothing. A-line parking lot striping. Let me see, where is he at? There he is. So we're gonna go to the fire hydrant again, Apex, or?
Yeah.
Here, you wanna hold this and we'll ride on the back?
All right.
Everything's disconnected?
Yep.
Riding shotgun. Riding on the buffer tank.
All right.
Big Chris takes it easy. What questions we got? I want some hard questions.
Okay.
Like, how much money does Apex have in a bank? That's what I want to know.
Yep.
I would like to know how much Big Chris got in the bank. No kidding.
Yeah, that's the golden question.
Oh my God, that dude is so tight. Like they said, he squeaks when he walks.
Yeah.
Like, literally. If he's got to spend $2 on something, he's got a frowny face on him.
I'll tell you what, that's how you get your bank account looking real big, though.
I promise you, he's padded.
Loaded, huh?
He's padded.
Okay, West Alabama Soft Wash. How do y'all price drive-throughs and dumpster pads?
Well, it kind of really goes on the situation. Your dumpster pads, sometimes you got doubles, sometimes you got singles. I've gotten as little as $125 for a dumpster pad, and I got as much as $400 for a dumpster pad. Really would have to see the dumpster pad, the enclosure, where's your runoff going to go, how much degreaser you're going to have to use, how long it's going to take, do you bring water to the job. There's a lot of scenarios in that. Now we do go over all of that in that training course, how to price it. You can be too high and not get any of the work, or you can be too low and wish you didn't get the work. So, if we had pictures of it, we can obviously dial it in for you, but that training course would be very helpful. I think we got 3 or 4 separate samples in there with a sample contract. But yeah, the range is so wide, not to try to avoid the question, but matter of fact, we got $650 for a dumpster pad one time. It was gross. Like, it just really depends on where it's at.
And Green Line says no matter what, after I pre-treat and surface clean, I get lines. I post-treat, but I don't think my SH mix is right for treating the concrete with my 5-gallon bucket, X-Jet bucket. SH suggestions?
Yeah, definitely. On pre-treat and post-treat, you want to be around at 3 or 4%. The X-Jet produces 3 or 4% only if you got straight 12.5 in the bucket. So if you got straight 12.5 in a bucket, you throw your X-Jet in it, do not dilute it, that's going to get you right around that 3.5 or 4%. So, you go through a good bit of SH when you're using the X-Jet. That's why we tend to like the soft wash pumps, a little bit more controlled flow. I would recommend dialing back your RPMs, kind of give you a little bit more control with that X-Jet, the adjustable X-Jet, the M5, widen that spray pattern up and go with it. But most likely, if you're still having lines, brother, you're not putting down enough SH.
Yep. And you can find that dumpster pad course and how to mix a soft wash on BillyDavidsonVIP.com. And TC's Power Blasters, he says, how did Jason G become the king of pressure washing? If Billy is the king, he's been at it for years.
Look, Jason is a good guy. I will tell you this: as tall as he is, he can call himself whatever he wants to, and I'm not going to argue. He's a big man. No, Jason's a very knowledgeable person on pressure washing. Obviously he does the Christmas lights as well. But hey, there's room for another king. 2 kings is fine.
Alright, you got voter fraud. His comments, man.
Also, guys, on that how to mix a soft wash on our training page. It has a chemical ratio chart in there. It teaches you exactly how to mix all of those chemicals where you're not wasting any or not diluting too much.
GoBro7 says, well, what percent you putting down? Well, you heard it, about 3 to 4.
3 to 4% is about where you need to be. Now, if your SH has been degraded with, through the ultraviolet light and stuff, sometimes you have to recalculate it.
Yep, and Father and Son's Power Wash says, I use a concrete powder soap that has caustic soap. Have you ever used one?
Yeah, we was just looking at some of that the other day. Yeah, it works pretty good. We coming up with this new way of surface cleaning, guys. I'm trying to make some training videos on it to make sure we got everything dialed in right. We're gonna just release it for the public to look at. It sped our surface cleaner up maybe 2 or 3 times. So here, guys, we fill in this buffer tank with a fire hydrant. It's a metered, of course. So we're gonna rinse the fire hydrant out because it's been a few hours since we've used it, so anything can crawl up in that hole, gets dirty, sandy, that sort of thing.
All right, 100%.
All right, he's gonna go with 100%. I think I'm getting down. At 100%, this takes just over a minute to fill. Let me get down here. That hose come out of there. I don't want to be nowhere around it. So at 100%, this takes about a minute and a half to fill 330 gallons. Of course, Big Chris is over there. Let's see if I can't walk over there by the hydrant so y'all can see it. Boy, that thing's roaring. It rumbles the ground. This water coming through this hose. It's so dark out here. I don't know if y'all can see this meter. No, you can't. It's rumbling though. You ready to turn it off? We got a few comments. I'm gonna let Apex read them to you because I definitely can't see this tiny writing. I wish if y'all, any one of y'all know how to increase these font sizes within a live, y'all can text me. My number is 985-345-0778. Because if I could read these fonts, if they were a little bit bigger. All right, we are start slowing it down a little bit. We're almost there.
All right, cut it off.
There we are. We are overflowing already. Those demo pads, there's no water faucet over there for quite a ways, so we come into this hydrant. So watch your step. We kind of got the trailer where it's easy to get up there and step into it. And Chris, you're gonna take it really easy. The king of pressure washing. All right, Apex, when you gonna become a king? We gotta get on our ride.
Yeah.
You got some comments on that?
Okay.
I like making money at night. Man, this is nice.
Yeah.
If you rest your hands on here, it's gonna translate as a bouncy video.
Okay. Let me scroll up. We got a lot of comments.
Yeah. We just ate Waffle House. What was that we had?
Hey, steak and cheese hash brown bowl.
That was good. It's been a long time since I ate one of those.
Yeah, they say that's a fast fill.
Oh my God! Yeah, actually, I got a video of it. I'm gonna put on here probably tonight or tomorrow. Show it to you wide open. I think it was like a minute and 30 seconds or so, 90 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like basically 4 gallons per second is what you're putting out.
Dude. Yeah, Mike Butler. He says, Billy, you're the power wash king of the South.
Hey man, I appreciate that, brother Mike. My brother Mike's the king of something else that we're not gonna talk about on here. But Mike actually came down and seen us last year in person. Super good guy, man. Mike is killing it now. He came and took some all of our training courses online, and hey, gotta say, good motivation with the right knowledge, you can go and make more money than what you.
Yep. In Green Line, he says, what makes an XJ be able to quote only pull 3 to 4% the siphon speed, or what to be exact? Sorry if that's a dumb question.
So it's got a lot to do with the orifice size inside the X-Jet. You're dealing with hydrodynamics, draw rate, coefficient drag inside of the tube. There's a number of reasons. Now, if you can get your X-Jet bucket higher than the X-Jet nozzle, then you lose some of that coefficient drag or either that head pressure, and you might can draw as much as 4.5%. But I've heard people, even like very well versed people here on YouTube that got huge YouTube channels, saying the X-Jet's a 1-to-1 draw, and I'm like, what the heck are y'all even talking about? It's not 1-to-1. It's not 50%. Trust me, if it is, we'd get rid of our software.
Yeah, because isn't it using like the Venturi effect?
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know what they're talking about. There's so much. I had to quit watching some of them. If you look at 5 or 6 gallons a minute, divided into that, so you probably 20, 40, about an hour probably, give or take. So 90 seconds. Unhooking and driving to the highway. Sometimes it is.
Yeah. PC Weld says, is parking lot striping worth the hassle?
Yeah.
Man.
Go look at the cars in my driveway. No, all jokes aside, yes, it's absolutely changed my life in ways that I would have never imagined. You know, not to boast or nothing, but I pay cash for everything I own. And it's just a fraction of my income. So I can equate that to obviously power washing and parking lot striping has been a big part of our success, and not only my success, but Apex success and Big Chris's success, keeping them busy. Apex is closing on a house. Big Chris already owns a house, new cars. So it not only brings wealth to yourself, but to the people that work for you and that you care about. And there's a lot of value in employing a person and having that person do good in life. I mean, there is definitely some gratitude there, and you know, it really makes you feel good about the whole situation.
Yeah, and TC says, Billy, y'all headed up to New England anytime?
You know, I actually got a call out of Jersey about a week ago. They're supposed to be sending over some CAD prints for us to look at for a new striping job. So, you know, if the money's right, we'll definitely go into that area for sure.
Yeah, Wild West says Big Chris NASCAR around that parking lot.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Big Chris either drives too slow or way too fast. There's no in between. Depends on how much coffee he had. Well, you were. He said he kept it under 60. You ready for me to start you up?
All right.
All right. Speaking of parking lot striping, we have a discount code on it, right?
Yep, discount code is Billy499. You can pick it up on BillyDavidsonVIP.com.
You ready now? All right. How many percents? 50% on a 30-inch surface cleaner. So he's going to be getting about 6 or 7 gallons per minute. All right, here we go. Fire in the hole. Always check your connections. Have one of those blow out. See where was the light. Usually I let the air purge out the line before I throttle them off. All right, there we go. I'm going to walk out here. Okay. Man, the other day, our sign came off going down the interstate. This thing's done been everywhere. We've traveled all kind of states with this thing on the interstate. Memphis, Birmingham, Florida, Mississippi, Oklahoma. We've been everywhere, but it came off.
This is the failure point right here.
Yeah, that was it right there. One of the screws popped loose, and then, of course, that puts, you know, exponential pressure on everything else.
Cascade failure.
Hey, I can tell you how much money that sign paid me. I maybe paid $500 or $600 for it, and I'd be willing to bet it's made me $500,000, if not more. Man, put a sign on your vehicle.
Wade Padgett says, Billy, are you guys going to install a 24-volt soft wash pump on your system? I've got the dual Pro Max from the soft wash. I'm thinking about taking one 12-volt off and putting 24-volt on.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. My answer. What's up, Chris?
Chris,
What happened?
what happened? Oh, he's rinsing.
Oh, I didn't know you was that ready for it. Okay. I'm gonna fire you up. Hold that question about that 12 foot. All right, guys. To answer the 12-volt question, Apex knows this. It's no secret. I'm about to get away from my 12-volt system. I'm kind of about had it with it. The little pumps, they're just not making them like they were a year ago. I don't know how long they lasted. Sometimes a day.
I've seen them last as little as half of one job, or as much as, like, if you're lucky, you get that thing to run for a month. You know, I mean, and that's
like hitting a power.
And before the comments start rolling in, yes, we do rinse our pumps out with fresh water for at least 5 minutes. We let that thing run and clean out and everything, and it still gives us issues.
Yeah, I mean, in the middle of a job, you're trying to switch it out, and you got 4 roofs lined up. So to answer your question, no, I'm not a fan of the 12 volts or the 24 volts. Now, that being said, I hadn't used any, but I just don't think I'm going to go that route. I'm just looking into another system. See, and another thing, we do these very large commercial jobs. If you're only doing some little homeowner residential stuff, some roofs now and then, sure, go ahead and get your 12 volt or the 24 volt. But I just need something bigger with more muscle, more reliability, and I hadn't quite figured it out yet, but I've been testing out a few things, so y'all stay tuned for that. I was always under the assumption, why couldn't you Siamese get 2 12 volts together like we Siamese our 2 machines together? It would be easy. A T and a check ball. I don't know, maybe someone can leave a comment, and I think you would be there. Apex, any thoughts?
I think with a 24 volt, you're going to get that torque, and it's one pump, but then again, it's one pump, and one pump fails, you're done. If you have 2 12 volts, if one of those 12s goes down, I mean, you're still in business. You've got a 12.
I'm just sick of replacing pumps, to be honest.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, it's gotten old. I think we probably replaced in September. Of course, we've worked so much this month, 7 or 8 pumps, and that's just not reasonable. So I'm out.
Yeah, it's like I've got a pump under the seat of my truck at all times. For when it inevitably fails, I just get on Amazon, order another one immediately, or from any website. I'm sure you guys know quite a few, but yeah, it's so bad that I have to keep one ordered at all times if I want to stay in business. It's like we need a solution.
Yeah. Now, that being said, before COVID and all that, the pumps were lasting us 5-6 weeks. So I don't know what the heck's going on with them, but I'm definitely not a fan of them.
Yeah, and PC Welds, he says, "I want to come work for you!" !
Hey, we're about to need some extra helpers, guys. We I would just say we got some not gonna really talk about it because it hasn't happened yet, but there's some big giant changes coming to our company, and it's all good, for the better. It's I would say it's a multi-million-dollar contract, and they want us, we want them. So I think we're going to go down that route. So obviously things hadn't been signed and sealed yet, but I got good feelings over it, and I think it's going to allow me to have a little more time off, pursue some other things. Yeah, just hobbies, that stuff. Of course, I'll still be out working, but maybe I won't have to come work 10 hours a day. Maybe I can only do 5 or 6 and then go home and do some YouTube stuff. And, so I think it's going to be a good move for us.
Yep. And Mike Jones says, hey, Mike. And Christopher Boswell says, hello, everyone. Did Billy change his number, or is it still the same?
It's still the same. Everybody's got my number.
Yeah.
Now, we've been dealing with this Hurricane Ida business. Cell towers down. I've had people say they text me several times. I never got it. So um, if you have an iPhone, it'll show delivered. But if you're on Android, these with these cell tower business going on, I think we just now kind of getting to where we can do a live in the past few days. The cell service has been bad. Matter of fact, here it's okay. We can do a live, but we go a mile either way from here, and there's no service where it was several weeks ago before the hurricane came through.
Yeah, like we went down for a half a second with our connection, but I was able to hit reconnect real fast, and
Oh, okay,
we
good deal.
maintained the stream. And Laylo369 says, "What time y'all working till?"
Hmm.
That's a good
I
question.
guess I don't know. We get some coffee. We might go a little later.
Yeah. Mike Jones says, "Love these late night live streams. Always feels like I'm part of the crew."
Man, y'all are with us. Anytime we're shooting a video, even whether it's live or something we're gonna upload later, we're always trying to film it and talk about it to our best of our ability. Of course, we're not professionals, but trying to teach this like if you were here, So ultimately, I want you to be able, if you're interested in pressure washing and parking lot striping, I want to teach you to go how to make enough money to where you don't have to have any more money problems. Now, you're gonna have other problems in life, that everything. We always gonna have problems, but if you can erase the money, the financial issue, completely out of your life, your transmission goes out. It's not that big of a deal. You just drop it off the shop and rent a vehicle. But if you're broke, your transmission goes out, you got trouble. So we don't want you to go through that. We're trying to teach exactly the way we're doing it. Of course, we do have to protect ourselves, guys, because there's some people around here that try to steal my work constantly. So that's why we try to put that stuff in paid training courses, and we could track the zip codes. And then we've lost a job or two. Apex, I didn't tell you, but our commercial estimating course, I've lost 2 jobs from that already because I could go see who bid it against me and who won the job, and I see that they bought the course.
Oh,
So
man.
it's one of those things, man. I really want this information out there, but we got to keep our crew safe, our work. So it's a fine line we're trying to walk, and that's what all the YouTubers out there. It's kind of hard to give everything in the public for free because it does eventually come back to haunt us later. Losing a job.
But that's the ultimate compliment you can get as a teacher, and that's how you know the course works.
Yeah,
when the students are passing the
When
teacher.
I used to do martial arts, I had a guy that I trained for about 3 years, and to be honest with you, we was sparring and he kicked my butt one day.
Yeah.
And it was off of what I taught him. So,
Dang.
of course, he was about 10 years younger than me. So,
Yeah.
But so we moving on to the next pad, I guess.
Yeah, looks like it. Hey, Chris, we ready to move on? All right.
Keys. I'll walk this down and we'll walk to the other pad and we'll chat while we talk. It's gonna be probably loud, but
Yeah. Green Line says, "It takes me forever to do a small job as a 6-car driveway. Should I start going vertical up and down driveways first, past, then post street, and go from side to side of the driveway?"
I like making the longest runs you can make. Of course, you can do the edging and then make long runs, high to low. That's if it's taking you that long, it could be your surface cleaner tips, could be your output of your machine, could be a bunch of stuff going on. But we can do with this surface cleaner right here, we can do maybe 2,000, 2,500 square feet per hour without pushing it. So without hurrying, shall I say? But so you kind of need to be in that range. If you're not putting those kind of numbers up, it's maybe an equipment issue.
Yep. And Big Rob says, "Just got a call from a lady driving behind my truck the other day. A small job, but nonetheless a job for my magnets on my truck."
Oh wow, yeah, Big Rob, that's right, man. Look, I always say if you don't say it, you can't sell it.
Yep.
So this sign right here gets seen by thousands of people daily, I'm sure.
Yeah, and let me tell y'all something about magnetic signs. If you buy a magnetic sign off the internet, make sure you check if your truck is made out of aluminum first. Because what I did, bro, I bought some magnetic signs. I got a newer vehicle that's soon as I went to stick that sign to my door, it flopped straight off the door.
So the Ford's got aluminum panels.
Yeah, aluminum body.
You get vinyl wrap or something.
Yeah, that would be optimal.
We need to get you a Tundra.
Yeah. Big Rod says, that is supposed to happen. As a martial arts teacher, I've taught my son now. He is his own BJJ school.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's definitely a compliment to a great father.
And Rubik's 15 says, have you ever disturbed crack filling with a power washer? Is it easy to fix?
Yeah, you can, especially if it's about to try to fall out. The surface cleaners can pull some of that up. Yeah, I would check it first to make sure. The crack filling, especially at SL1 self-leveling made by Dow, sometimes when it gets old, it'll try to pop up. Just have to be really careful with it. If it does pop up, you can get a flathead or some type of scraper and kind of set it back in place usually, and it's pretty decent.
Let's get set up over here. Pass this unit. Oh, he probably doesn't want to get your truck dirty, Billy.
Do you need to pull up some?
No, it looks like he's got enough reach. Yeah.
What are they doing over there? Oh, that's road
That's road work,
okay.
yeah. Jackhammer. No, they're changing a big rig tire. That's that big impact y'all hearing with the air impact.
I thought I heard that something like
I thought it was a jackhammer, but
can we zoom in over there or not?
Yeah, we can.
I want to see what they do. What tire is it?
Looks like the
It's a trailer tire?
the driver's steer tire.
Oh, crap. That's where
Yeah.
all the weight's in. I'm going to go fire him up.
All right, we got 28 people.
We actually just had a lady take the All-Pro parking lot striping course. Give her a shout out, Bridget from Franklinton, Louisiana. So she's gonna start doing some striping, and so it's not. We always say "Hey guys," but it's "Hey guys and gals" now. All right, firing the hose. Is that the cop?
Yeah.
We got a security detail with us tonight. Anybody come mess with us, they're gonna have to face him.
Yeah, we got 32 people with 16 likes. We sure do appreciate the likes, guys.
32 people, 16 likes. It means half of them's not happy with us.
Yeah, Wild West, he's laughing face aluminum. You laugh all you want to. My truck's about 700 pounds lighter. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's like aluminum. What happens if you get hit in that thing, though?
Well, the thing is, it's less durable than steel. It's going to be more expensive to repair. But I'll tell you one thing. It has that anti-corrosion factor to it. Because aluminum versus steel, anybody will tell you.
Man, the money you make in Apex, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for real.
Drive that thing to the junkyard when it gets ready.
And when I'm not pulling a trailer, you want some weight with your vehicle when you're pulling a trailer, but my truck doesn't care about my little 14-foot trailer I pull. But I'll tell you what, when I'm not pulling a trailer, that thing just feels like a big car. Like it's light, handles real good. So Nick Legrand says, what's a good pressure washing valve? Like a ball valve? I've heard DN12s are pretty good.
Yeah, those are decent.
DN10, yeah.
Yeah, just remember, guys, if you drop them hard, be careful. You might want to replace it. I had one kind of popped on me one time. It's just dropping them. They cheapen up. What they like $20 or so.
Yeah.
They're all gonna eventually fail. The little lever on them. So we get 3 or 4 months out of them.
Yeah, they're convenient when you have them. It saves a walk back to the machine, but ultimately you don't really need it. It's more of a you know, a luxury, I'd say.
I got a couple ball valves in the truck here.
All right.
Our battery's getting low again.
Yep.
You got any one or two more good questions, or?
Rubik's 15. How would you price sign cleaning for shopping centers and the business parks?
Really high. A lot of that's got to be scrubbed by hand. Um, you know, I always done it by the job. You know, by the hour, like a couple $100 an hour, because you're gonna be on a ladder. You can't really pressure wash them. You can peel the letters off. You can't use a whole lot of SH on them. You know, so I mean, you use some 1.5%. It's gonna take some agitation. When we do these signs over here, y'all kind of got to scrub these. Huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would basically, you know, if it's gonna take you a couple hours to do it, I'd be somewhere at $350, $400.
Yep. And TC's, well, to answer your question, Wild West, I have videos that I've already made. They're on my phone. I just have to upload them, man. I've been so hectic with work and life. I just haven't had the time lately. But
right, this YouTube thing takes a lot of commitment. We just recently rolled over to 10,000 subscribers, and we definitely appreciate that. But I will say it's a job. Uploading videos and editing them, and you know, plus you're working 8-10 hours a day. We don't just run a YouTube channel. We run a business first, where you got some out there, I'm not going to mention who, but they don't work at all, ever. The only time they do any pressure washing is just to throw it on YouTube and try to get some views. But you know, y'all probably see like 1/10 of what we really do, just because oftentimes it's bad signal area, or we're not allowed to film at that location, or we just super busy, you know, running 2 or 3 jobs at one time. But we're going to try to double up on our efforts and do better with our YouTube stuff for sure.
yep. And TC's Power Blaster says, where do you place yard signs to make some money?
I don't know, maybe it needs to buy my yard sign video.
Yeah, it ain't much, man. Just it's got a lot of good information in there, and I'll tell you what, I've made some serious money off of 1 yard sign.
Yeah, I got a training video. It's how I made $5,000 with 1 yard sign, but really, I've made $30,000 off of 1 yard sign, $40,000, just depends. But I would say, in general, you need to go to uncommon places. That's all I'm going to say here in public, because I don't need these guys around here knowing where my yard signs are.
Yeah, they get swiped.
Yeah, they would go take them, and you know, if you put them out there in the corner of Main Street, they're gonna last what, 2 hours? I promise you, we were washing this car dealership, and I literally had 3 or 4 signs out in front of the car dealership. We were working there, and I put them out, and 10 minutes later, they were gone. Like, they stole them from under our nose. So that's where I developed this thing of where to put these yard signs, and they stay there for months, and they create revenue. So it's been amazing.
Yep, their phone battery's getting real low.
Yeah, I gotta get me a new phone. This thing, the battery, like, it'd be hot charged up, but then it drains out quick. Well, guys, we're gonna check out of here. We'll probably be back next couple days, do another live, working on something else late at night. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe, hit that notification bell. Give this video a like. We definitely appreciate it. We got Big Chris over there working by himself, so we're gonna go give him a hand. So we'll see y'all in the next video, guys.